Hey there, it's Matt from RC Racing TV. Before we get started with this episode, I wanted to let you know that the opinions expressed in this podcast are the opinions of Pawel from Race Stars and not necessarily the opinions of EFRA or RC Racing TV. Though we may not agree with all of Pawel's points, hearing his views demonstrates EFRA's openness to change and the importance of hearing from all corners of the racing community. Additionally, in the spirit of openness, I will let you know that we removed 2 statements because we were not able to fact check them in time for the broadcast. And we removed some rude words in case you're listening with kids around. Enjoy the show and let us know your thoughts in the comments. And you can contact us directly with an email to shout@rcracingtv.com.
Welcome to the RC Motorsport Europe podcast.
Hello and welcome back.
Hello.
This is the EFRA Podcast. We're RC Racing TV, we're EFRA's media partner, and we are delighted to be back in the studio again, talking about cool things. The AGM is now fully behind us, and we're coming to the end of 2025. No, we're not. I wish we were. No, I don't. Wishing my life away. Coming to the end of 2024.
Yeah.
It's approaching the off-season. Well, it's the on-season for...
Off-season for some, but...
Yeah.
On season for lots of others, indoor racing.
Yep.
Kicking off. Well, it's already kicked off by the time this is going out. But carpet, off-road, on-road, indoor. Yeah. So it's a lot of people take this as sort of the off-season do training.
Yeah.
So
a lot of wrenching. Yeah. And it's great. We are joined by a guest as we look ahead to the 2025 season and the indoor racing season of 2024/5. Yeah. And we're delighted to be joined by Pawel from Race Stars.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you doing, Pawel?
It's great. It's a pleasure to be here, and so let's do this. Let's do this.
So first, obviously, we've seen you a lot at tracks, either track building or with your brand Race Stars. How do you divide your time in RC? Is it like 50-50, or like you've just got a few activities that you do? Because you race as well, of course, and run your own race. You're a very busy man.
Yes. But to make this occasion, I just want to say on the begin, especially to my wife, so happy birthday. Today it's my wife's birthday, so happy birthday, Susa. It's a pleasure to be with you, and we have amazing kids and amazing dog, and actually we have very cool life, also RC life, so I'm enjoying on that. So happy birthday, Susa. So I just want to say this.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah. Very understanding for you traveling all the time doing RC, I suppose.
Yeah.
And now even on her birthday, you're doing some RC, doing a podcast with us.
Yeah. Yeah, we was into some, we put the daughter in the kindergarten, and then we go do some breakfast together, and now she just out to the shop, and now I have some free times for you guys. And go back to your questions. It's 50-50, I will say, basically, like I write you before, I'm the canoe painter. Yeah. So I paint airbrush on canoe for actually the all top athletes in the whole world. So if you watch Olympic in, a couple of months ago in French, there was a name, A-Main and canoe was, I think, instead of 8, there was like 4 canoes from my hands,
Wow, very cool.
But it's a plastic water sport equipment. So if you, our viewers like to check this, so just check on the website. Go back to the RC. I spent half a time in work painting airbrush. I do this all my life, like over 25 years. And when I just joined RC, there was like, I don't know, the hobby just suck me in, and I cannot get out. Probably like you guys, so and many of us. So this is what I want to give from me to to other drivers. I can build the trucks. I think I understand the way of physics of our cars, and what it means. What I like to race, how I feel the flow of the racing, how I feel the flow of the jumps, landing and so on. I think the most of the drivers also, share the same, feeling with me. But I have this, my skills is from graffiti. So I look on the the track space like on canvas, I will say, and I want to make this nice. That's the one point, but also the flowy, that's the most important, the flow of the race, that's the most important. Like I put some small rules in it. It's I don't know. I think that most of the drivers don't like if there is a really difficult corner just after the straight, and when you start the mains, it's good to have like a 2-3 corners to you just take a breath, before the difficult part, and also there is a after the straight. So you're not supposed to make some difficult corners just after the straight. So normally I make it more smooth. That's one of my role. Like when I design the track, so it's like a small wave. When you start easy on the middle of the track. You should have like a half difficult, and end of the side of the track before you go out of the straight. They should be like the most technical part, I will say. So you start easy, you run, you have some time to to pass somebody, somebody make mistakes, so it's less dangerous in the beginning, especially if it's a main. And sometimes if the first or second guy make a mistake, then he can ruin all the 8 drivers, all the races. So that's why normally I put some like a smooth corner after out of the straight, and that's the clay track. I don't remember when I designed this for who I designed that, but I have so many questions. Hey, yeah, that's the hour. Come on, that's the idea for our home track here in my city. Okay. So, but this we built with this super small budget, like 500 euros. So we just doesn't look that nice what you see on picture. This I think I make for Portuguese. No, I think for Spain or Italy. There was some ideas from. I think this from last 2 years. I did.
That's
and
cool.
Actually,
when you have like a difficult space to deal with.
Yeah, I was just going to say
where you have to make it within a strange shape, but it still flows really nicely.
So like you see, every time you see there is a left down corner, it's more sharpy, and out of the straight it's more flowy. And just take the inspiration from classic on-road asphalt tracks. They are super flowy. They are proportion to the modified power. So the modified car can take the full speed, and you can hold the speed for half a second, or I wish you almost 1 second, and you need to do something with this speed. This is what what I love to see, and couple of Germans track, they show me this, because in Poland, many years ago, we have really, maybe not big track, but the way of thinking was make the technical. And when you cannot play with the full throttle speed from in budgie, or let's say the budgie off-road, if you cannot play and you cannot practice with the full speed of what you have for this position in your car, like engine and so on, then when you go to when we go from Poland to the German track, and there was like a last line was super speed, and then was the super open chicane. I was so enjoying that, but we were so slow in that part. So then I say, hey, we don't have track, we don't have a big track, then we can practice with the full speed. So this what I did for our small tracks. There was. I just tried to make. I don't know. We can see somewhere in our in my picture, but I just tried to make the oval option on the off-road track. So actually, if you have the small track, you can travel just around, like an oval. But then you have place to practice the full speed. Even if you have not so much like, 50 meters to 30 meters, let's say 1,500 square meters off-road track for 1.8, it's actually pretty small. But if you make the right adjustment of the fences and you will leave some space, many on-road track have this, you put you change two fences and you have different layout, right?
Yeah.
So when you leave this open and you will leave this for, club users and let's say the beginners and so on. So they can, let's say you make the one full lap and one open lap, one full lap, one open lap. So we have...
Right.
Yeah, so we have place to practice the full speed area, and that's why the guys from Italy, the guys from especially from Spain, from Portuguese, they are super fast, and actually that's the place when the born are super fast drivers. Even they, sorry US, but right now the European guys are faster, are more precise.
It's true,
and. So I have, let's put this on the later conversation, but I have, many information about why it's that happen. This is like on the politic way, let's say on the politic way. This is my opinion, I cannot say for everybody, but this is my idea, my opinion from the information what I see from all over the world. So I will say on this moment, the Spanish style tracks are the most raceable and the most nicer for race when you can care. This is actually this we can show up now on on public, because there was the private. My inspirator and my master, it's of course Miguello, the guy from Spain, from Boogie Land. He get 2026, he get nitro, and I get electric, and I think this, let's say, this is our time. Miguello just feel this flow, he just it's a. He don't know how to draw so well, but when he in the track, he just play with the clay and do all the amazing stuff, and that's my master, and I love I see him in Italy in Hungaroring, and these pictures what you see, it's Miguello draw a race line, Miguello draw a race line, and I take the Miguello drawing that Davide asked me to do that, and I just put this to that way, so I give my proposition of jumps, I give my proposition, of the flow, and on the end, of course, there is a Davide and there is a Miguello, so there was his choices to build. I think there was almost like a 80% difference what you see up here, but the begin drawing of Miguello, this is it. So so I did that through Miguel, and that was, for me, it was pleasure, to do the stuff what the Miguel draw, and I think we inspire each other. So I wish him always best, and I hope I can one day I can work with him on building one track. He have amazing experience with the Bobcat. I just learned how to use a Bobcat in a couple of months ago when I rebuilt my track. I have just the one weekend, but it's not easy work. So, for example, my skills of Bobcat, it's probably Miguel need 1 hour to make the right shape of jump. Let's say Miguel need 1 hour, so probably I need 3 hours or maybe more. So that's the difference between my skills of Bobcat and his skills. He's a real builder.
Comes with some practice.
I actually, because I have lots of questions about the tracks, about the helping of the design and stuff like that. So I will say what it's. I almost done the track for Austria. There was this only for electric, so I want to say hello, buddy. Hello, Austria. Thank you very much for trusting me. I think this is. This is like this 1/200. It's the scale. It's 1 to 200, and that's the draw.
Very cool.
So I draw on the millimeter.
Is this the stay reg track, or a different track?
No, this is the clay track for 1.8 electric cars for Austria Club.
Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah, and this is the handmade draw on millimeter paper in 1/200 scale.
Wow.
I did the. I think maybe Matt, I sent you just some days before when I finished the track, because from this project I make it 1 to 100 scale. So there was like a big board. They actually standing behind me, and this is like a presentation. So this is like when I work, I do like a 3 proposition like this with different layout, and I will take from the guys when I working. Okay, what do you want? You want to more open, more difficult, or so on? So I make 3 different projects with that form what you see, and then we combine this to the main one, and they just choose this project. So I have, let's say, a bit easy, so I don't need to combine all these 3 different ones, but I just make it bigger one. This one, it's in Switzerland, and there was the one of the first guy who from Europe who just trust me to help him to build that, and I was helping with actually this side. What we see, this is the closest one. So there is a wall right on our chest. On our chest, it's a big wall, right?
It, yeah.
So I make this
very bottom,
super smooth. I make this super because there was like a edgy. So I say, hey, go super smooth. There was also the corner box on the right. You see only the down riding from corner box on the right side. Yeah. But there is a super big, like I will say US style corner box. You up the hill and you drive down the hill. And this is how our cars like to drive. Our cars don't want to jump like this. This is the old model of jumps, and they doesn't work anymore because the designers from from factories are so far away by doing the engineering work instead of the track people who stay in the super 80s or let's say 90s or early 2000 age, and our car are much more our cars are much more better performance right now, and instead of the tracks, and there is just a few people who understand how they works, and like you see, there is a jump and there is a long landing. The bridge and the other side, this is the old stuff from this track. Yeah. I also say the guys, hey, use the fences. Fences are sand and fire hose pipes. So this takes some time to fill up this correctly to make like a stiff, they not flat. But if you do that, you have fences for many years, and they almost indestructible. But you need to make this correctly, instead of the plastic pipe. I think the really nice pipe have the Ongaro have really cool pipe on the track. That was super low. But if you catch it, you lose some time, but doesn't destroy your car. And lower fences make your track more visible. So whatever, if you have 4 meters or 420 the track lines, you can still see really clearly. So you feel the track are more wider like they're supposed to be. And this is really good for racing when the track is more wider. We need 420. 420, it's a minimum for 1.8 racing. Great if you have 5-meter straight line, next to driver's stand. And the most far away part can be even close to 6 or 550. That's the right sizes, I will say, to this moment, 2024, 2023, and 2026. They should be right size of the race line and of the size of the tracks. So, and then your racing are more cleaner, are better visible, and then the driver are more happy. And for example, anti-flow track, what my, like a Joseph say, by the way, Joseph, for me, it's a genius. It's a genius of design of all the work, what they did with Mayako and what they help, in visible speed and all that stuff. This is like a genius part. So one more time, hi, Joseph. Thank you that I can be part of that. And, I appreciate it. But actually, basically, we build the tracks for medium users, I will say. The track should be friendly for medium users, cannot be so difficult, because the medium user, the club racing users, like a people who want to be, it's like a half pro driver and so on. This part should be, the track should be friendly for them. If they're enjoying a track, so they happy to come back. If they not crash the car so much, they happy to come back. This is how we grow community, we grow club members. And if the track are too difficult and say, all right, only 2 driver, the top driver can practice because the rest, they struggle with the track. So then you have just a track for 2 guys. That's it. This was a case in Max Gott's track with some years ago. They make amazing place. His father make amazing work. I was there with Zalewski before Euros in Italy. We practiced. Bartek practiced there. There was the race there, and he was changed a track like last year. He was changed the track to more flowy, to more easy. That landing are longer and. Riding to a jump are more straight, you was not on the angle, so that's difficult. When you go on the angle and then you need to jump, you need to turn on the air. But they make it just a more easy. And then he say like a 3 times entry degree, they increase the entries like a 3 times or something.
Wow.
When we was on the race, there was amazing weather. The father clean the track every time. The track there was a clean clay, but you can feel like like oil or something. There was really grippy. And also the Max say to me, when we change the track for more easy, we have more entries and the driver are more happy. And this is what actually these people built a market, right? This is the medium users, club racing users, the people who just want to enjoy the hobby, doesn't have more time for practice, and make the skills higher, but they just want to come and have fun. And we should do the tracks more for them. And then of course, when you make the track for, let's say you make the track super easy and super smoothly. And then you should be and I will add 20% more difficult one part, right? So when you're racing, when you do the lap, you actually feel that you start preparing. So the track is going to be tighter, difficult, and then again open. So it's like a breathing, you take a breath going out of the track, and then all right, let's go again. And this is how the track flow should be, how I feel this. And this is what I think to to put more of my tracks, to put more of my ideas. Even this podcast hopefully they inspire somebody, with the track makers.
Yeah.
And just wondering,
Yep.
do you ever look at some of the maybe like the race coverage that we provide for EFRA, or some of the Euros tracks, and you do you ever look at a track and go, oh, I have such ideas. I can work with this track. I can make this part easier. I can make this part harder. That part shouldn't be there. And I mean, without naming any tracks, clubs, because it's difficult for these clubs
why
to
not?
raise money.
Why,
It's
why not?
But obviously you're working with some clubs that have the funds and the capability to make these changes. But
I will tell you this. This is what I see from my chair. I will say, right? This is my opinion from my chair, and the German style are really old. And really not compared to our cars, but our possibility of the car, the German style of the track, the old ones. There is many new ones. There is many new ones who it's make by right way, right? Our car, first of all, our car like to jump forward. No want to jump so high because it's really difficult to, diving the car. This is our US track from last year. So. Anti-flow track, there it's 2 years ago there was Euros there. Even Joseph said there was the anti-flow track. How is it? This is the one of the oldest track in Germany, and it's also on VRC, this track, with the two. There is a lots of. If I will remember the name, I will come back to that. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So this track, it's like.
There's Patrick.
Yeah. What's up, Patrick? I know. This track, there was like a. Too difficult. That was okay for Euros, but I think there was maybe 10 people who's enjoying this track, and the rest was struggle. And actually that's it, So they should be changed this track to make more friendly, longer landing, sharp landing. It's okay if you make the section like on the track, okay? This is the difficult section. You need to try high and you need to landing a really sharp and turn, right? This is okay if you have two jumps like this, but not the mostly, not on the track. So this is the one what I change. I will change this track a lot. I think they have a super nice 110 AstroTurf track behind the tower, I think. So this is okay. This was too old. Euros 40 plus this year and next year. The two comments. Euros 40 plus this year was okay, but there was like a 3 parts of the track I will just remove, right? I will just make it straight, because the Euros 40, it means this is for, I'm 42 years old, this is Euros for me. I was so enjoying on this race, but the track was too difficult for people who have this age, we need a more easy track. So we are more enjoying this, and that's one part. And moving Euros 40 to UK track, there is a Hertz.
Yeah.
Twice as more difficult. The fences are really high. The fences are really high compared to 40 plus Euro skills. So on the future, when you're gonna vote, someone there will be another EFRA meeting and so on, and you're gonna vote of the track. Please choose the track who are compared to the skills of the drivers. If you have the A Euros, can be difficult, and so on, because this is the Euros A.
Oh, this is the Astro track in Hearts.
Yeah, that's the 10th.
Yeah.
I was going to ask while Matt looks for the Nitro one. I was just going to ask, what are obviously you do tracks that are designed for 10th buggy and also for 1/8 IC buggy.
Yeah.
So two different sizes, two different power plants. Apart from obviously the size of the track and the consideration that a pit lane shouldn't take out, maybe a third or half the track or something like that. What are the sort of the considerations that you have to think about when you're looking at a particular track?
I think that pit lane is a classic part of the track, and normally you put this. There is almost in the same place.
Yeah.
There is almost in the same place. This pit lane, and I don't see any problems between the carpet track and the clay track and the big track. For me, it's almost the same flow. Just 1/8 car, they just accelerate slower. So sometimes you need to give him a bit more breathe because they have a less grip. But about the grip of the track, this is the Hertz track, right?
Yeah.
So check.
It's funny
the
because
fences are too high. They too big.
They're not buried in the ground. They're laid on top. So it's But I call this track the Nürburgring of 1/8 buggy tracks because it's very, very complex.
Yes. So and you see there is many. I think there is oil on it.
Yes.
Or it's from there is oil on it. And this is another case. This is a future. The oil tracks, not clay, not the glue ones, but the oil. With my opinion today, maybe they change something, but in my opinion today, oil tracks, more flat, more perfect, lower fences, they make your race cleaner, and the racing car can be closer, and if the racing will be closer, so the, let's say, beginners or medium user guys can drive more consistent on that track, so left and right side of the jump, you have, let's say, the same shape and they stay the same. Longwitz track in French, this is I will say, when I go there after the Montpellier, I was so disappointed about Montpellier, by the way. But the Longwitz, come on, the Longwitz, this is I will say the bad word, racing track, all right? This is the real racing track, what I see. You can drive so fast, you can keep your super high speed. The oil on the track make you super high grip, doesn't destroy your chassis, doesn't destroy so much your tires. The tire wear are much more longer instead of Radovan. What's happened this time, there was too roughy, there was like sandpaper, there was a bit dangerous on that side. But I believe, the producent of the tires, if they need to race again on the same condition, for sure they will make the compound for the sandpaper, right? So they will be wear for 1 hour. But the Longwitz, that was the most inspired what I see. I see also other track. It was before Montpellier with Zalewski. So after Max Gotts, we traveled to one track in... sorry, I not remember, but there was also the oil track, and then we go to Montpellier, and Montpellier, they looks like a oil because the oil is from the nitro pipe, and but this time was okay. That was surprising for everybody, and that was challenging for everybody, right? There was like I will say classic old style of track, clay, bit bumpy, dusty, and that condition, and I can understand that, but I was expect something else from Montpellier, but there was a cool surprise, like okay, that condition surprise the surprising many drivers. And after Montpellier we just go to Longwitz, and there was like a whoa, come on, I just look, this is Montpellier, and now you should be skip to Longwitz, and I will tell you what's the difference.
I don't know if we have coverage from Longwitz, but this is. I mean, the one of the things about this track in particular and the Hartz track, which I know are worlds different, in from look and style, is the multi-surface of it. Here you've got the paving slabs, and then you have the back to dirt. And then it's mostly dirt. I think it's about probably 70% dirt here at Montpellier.
And there was...
I mean, what's your... You seem to be doing mostly clay and oil track. type, because that's painted concrete there, and then there's a rubber mat that leads up on the onto the face of the jump that we can't see, and then the rest of the track, the lap is dirt again until they go under the bridge, where it's paving slabs again.
This what in Montpellier there was the part when you have the Astro, the part when you have concrete, the part when you have the slippery, this blue, blue part, the slippery blue part, and this is cool. This is cool, right? Because they stay almost the same condition for all race. So the driver can more easy adapt. Remember, I say about the, medium, lead, like a low, medium, and high, medium driver, our users, the guy who's paid the bills, the guy who's paid the entries. We talk about these people, and we want, I stay, on this side, so I want to make the track for driver who want to just enjoy the race instead of their struggle whole weekend, and they just, there was a hole and I lost my lap, right? Because I put on the hole and the other guy did, because there is like a half of luck. Okay. And I want to move out away the luck. It's possible and replace this by skills. All right. And to make your skills better, I have lots of idea how to do that. I sent Matt some of my practice yesterday, right? I stay on the balancing, like a half a ball. You have balancing, you can stay that. Board, I even sent this to Daniel Kobevic to try this, and I play 112. It's this, and I play 112 carpet card. I think this is the modified one. Super difficult to concentrate on the race and balancing your body, and this make your brain much more busy instead of the normal driving, right? And when you do this regularly, like 2-3 times a week, and you practice on VRC like 1 hour 3 times a week, and you use this balancer like 20 minutes of practice, and then you do normal, or you switch that. The same like on gym, the same like when you do the push-ups, when you do the bench press, then you have
you're very much into your physical I don't know what not attributes, but the just conditioning, aren't you? So, you talk with Olympic athletes, so this is the kind of thing that you're like super into, isn't it?
But Daniel Kobevic father, they are Olympic handball Olympic trainer. They play before the handball. Wow. Daniel also are super sports guy, and I love conversation with his father, because we talk about the same waves. I talk David Ishwood, David Ishwood. Hi, David. How you doing? The same waves. David, they run, I think, marathons and stuff like that. So they're, how to say, when your body are better conditioned, when you when you replace your water, you sweat, so you put out the, let's say, acid water, right? But when it stay too long in your body, it's transformed from acid. Acid make slower connection between the neurons when the electric signal they jumping. Then when you do that, you have less reflex, you have you just feel worse, right? When you go and you go sweat, right? You're running, you do bicycle, you just do some exercises, wherever you choose, right? When you sweat, so exchange the water for the fresh water in this neuron stuff, so they can jump faster. So you feel better, you have more oxygen in your blood, and you can concentrate better. So and this is really important in the carpet racing, because you have super intense 5 minutes when you do super fast stuff, especially in the A mains and guys from there. And actually, when you watch the guys from A mains, Michael, Mr. Reinhardt, Mark Reinhardt, they going on gym, they do some really good exercises, and look on him, they looks fresh. They doesn't looks, like tired. And I will say most of the guys from A mains looks fresh. Bruno Coelho, David Ronefalk, and many Bartek Zalewski. They going to gym, right? And when you go to gym, when you raise up your testosterone, it's on the right level. Now I say like a doctor, but it's come from there. I really put many years to this, what I told you now. When you make your testosterone a bit higher, when you feel, when you have fresh water in the body and some supplements, stuff like this, minerals, you come to the driver's stand like, okay, show me what you got. You go in that position, you will say, all right, come on, guys. All right, I do everything what I can to prepare this race. And that's my place. And I cannot blame, the car setup are broken, this is broken. This is so blaming, come on, just put your ass and go and work. That's the point. That's the point. And this is where our racing going. Look on any sport. And I will give you a super nice example of the US guys are inspired on motocross mostly, right? The jumps, the track, the section. There is many cool section with the rollers and stuff like this, right? But the other part, our cars, I like to jump forward. No one to drive high. They just want to, look the flow here. Look the flow on the, on that track up there, and US style of the track, there is many good ones. I think I will not say the name right now. I'm sorry, not remember. But there is many good tracks, but they are a little bit stuck of the rough condition, and they say, hey, we like to drive when you want to search option line, and there is a bumpy and less predictable, and our racing are going that way. Mm-hmm. We searching the high grip, always we searching more grip, or if you have two more grip, then we start going on the different direction, so then you reduce the grip a little bit, but still more the track, if they more flat, like more predictable, then the medium drivers and the top drivers can be more precising. To be a more precising, you need to be on the better body condition, to be to more precising and consistency, and this is start to be together. BMX track, all times, in all times, they just also racing on dirt, right? Just check the Olympic BMX track, super flat, perfect for driving. And who's win? The most powerful and the most skills guy. This is what they win, and this is what we need to search for our radio control cars. And then you can put the unpredictable section. There was something, I think, on Psychonitro Blast. They make the one section. They even not use the machine, to ground it. So they leave like super loose clay, and actually the car make the true way out there. And let's make the section like this, right? Make the slippery section, but the slippery section need to be the same for everybody and keep the same condition. They also somebody say about fixing a track, doing a race, and after the day.
I was going to ask about that because it's for one, it's an art form that has kind of been perfected. I think it's the sort of that knowledge has come over from the US, if I can say that, but there's a lot of people have are they going to be fixing the track? Are they going to fix that little hole? Are they going to fix that rut? So what are your opinions? I was going to ask what your thoughts are on, and I think I might know it from what you were just saying, about fixing the track during a race weekend, whether it should be done, like post-round or at the end of each day, or just not at all, or what?
There was, I on the Miguelo side, so this is a track crew part of work, and let them do it. this is like you have a crew with your, with your TV, you have your crew, and, I'm not tell you what to do, actually, this is your work. There is a referee, what is his work. There is a team racer, what is his work. And there you have the track crew. And you have, 1, 2, 3, 5 person whose job is make a race best clean and take the less luck, replace them by skills. And this provide drivers to work harder, to push more time on it, and make it. Oh yeah, come on. That's that. Check this.
So this is kind of this is sort of a preview of our European A
26
location, isn't it?
Miguelo style.
So this is pure.
Come on.
So can you just while we're looking at this track, can you say, or do you know what composition of track this is? I mean, what's sort of a mixture of clay, topsoil, oil, sand, or what?
I cannot tell you. I never been there. I wish to go there next year, but I don't know. Miguelo and the guys in Spain, they use wood glue to complete the track, and this wood glue make your track bit roughy. I mean, they grippy like a sandpaper. But here doesn't looks like super grippy. They have some like a slipper. It's a little bit slippery, but. Look the flow, bro. The flow. Look how it's nice. and tell me, this is our future. This is what we should be built the tracks. This is the way you enjoying this track. I don't. Of course, this is probably somebody really fast guy. Maybe it's a Parente.
Yeah.
But look how flowy here. Look what they do, and this is what I love to see. Look how long is the speed part, and you need to really care of this speed part. This make the Spanish drivers and Italy drivers and Portuguese drivers the one of the fastest of the world. Right? That's why, because they have a guys like Miguelo or Mr. Tapas from Radovan. I think they built Radovan because they give him that track. But if you have compare, all right, and if you have the person who's designed a Swedish track, right? I love, of course, the Jessica and his family. That's one of my students. But from the last 3 years, I built tracks for EOS, and we actually built we make the every year new record of entries. This year, if you combine ETS and EOS, we have 1,000. 1,000 entries. I even not sign up, right? I want to, but I need to waiting for my spot, right? But there is 1,000 entries. Come on, and what is wrong with this track? Nothing. That's flowy. The driver more enjoying. Of course, there will be some, who don't like it. They like different. But we like tracks when we have a good results on. And that's the point, And if I enjoy the super rough track, like let's say Ryan Mayfield, this is amazing driver for super bumpy tracks and really unpredictable. Like there was the dirt racing must move to super small track, I think 2 years ago because of the rain. And Ryan say, hey, I say to his pitman, I do 80%, I control 80% of racing. So, this is what I can do. And they win, right? But there was super unpredicting race. And the race like this should be take 1 time of year, all right? This is a place for a show race. The dirt racing, for me, it's a more show. We need to, there is a motocross show. This is a motocross style. Joy I inspired by motocross, and the track I almost the same. That's why the tragic cars drive better on that kind of track. They have a bigger wheels, they have a bigger suspension, so they drive more flowy up there, right? The budgie is so difficult, and the race like this should be 1 time of year, like the dirt, and this is the place for that race. Normally, what I think, we should be go on the oil tracks. because the oil. This is Derek Ferre. I designed this, like last year. And,
so this is the 2026 Euros, right? I'm gonna be here.
Probably some
E-buggy,
because
right?
e-buggy.
Yeah.
We have, like you see, he can make the race without changing the jumps because you see so many options. You just move the pipes and you have different layout, and you can do it this. You can do it this in in off-road track too. And I designed this track right end of the track. You see, the right end of the track on the design on the project was also the escape from out of the straight, and you go on the top line. There was also escape up there, but the guys didn't make because I think there was some elevation difference, too much difference. But I design also on this track. Look, you can drive oval. Can you see? You can drive oval on the track. You can drive oval. There was the design for that. But also the track is super big. It's like 17 meters long. They are full oil. They put 2.5 tons. Of course, the fresh plant oil. Come on, not some old stuff from cars, but they push super fresh the plant oil. They work really much on the surface, and we have their Baltic Cup. There was Robert Battle, there was Pecco, there was Joseph, of course, and we have rain there. Like in whole weekend, the rain was 7 times. 7 times was big raining. After the rain was stopped, they came with the brushes, just moved the water out, and we just racing straight away. Like there was 15 minutes or 20 minutes delay. That's it. Because of the oil of the track. And this is what the new modern of the track doing. I think this is my Schumacher 110 car and Pecco driving this. Look, and there it's a carpet tires, and it's carpet tires on it.
This is
right?
110.
And this is the stock car. It's a stock car. Look how
I was wondering why it looks so small.
Look. Yeah, and look what they do.
Can you say what these circles on the track? What are they meant to be?
Let's say this is the bubbles, right?
Yeah.
This is the bubble. I can show you. Yeah, I also add this here. It's I think this is this one. You see, this is the this is the bubbles,
yes.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks so 3D the way you draw it.
The off-camber sections of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see what's happened, and the white lines of the top of the jumps. You see the white lines.
Yeah.
Give you the information what's gonna happen. How far or how close you need to jump, and so on. So I will not say. First of all, I'm not the best designer. I just interesting that I'm passionate that, and it's that from. I will not say they eat all the brains in the world, but this is some of my point of view of the new modern of racing and what way we should be go. We should be go this direction what you see right now. It's not means this is my track, but I will say also Longwitz. Longwitz track are super speed. You need to work harder to your precising driver. If you want to be more precising driver, you need to go to a gym or you need to just run. You need to practice more than others. And now it comes, the inspiration video and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this is work. This is working when you working on yourself. And this is my point of view. And the knowledge is from, top trainers, from Olympic trainers, from Olympic, athletes. And we have the funny story, me, Zalewski father, because this idea of practice and regular practice and how to choose your days of practice and so on, it's from Bartek father. I'm super friend with him and with Bartek, so we talk a lot about that and how to help Bartek to to be a faster driver. And funny things, we met the Olympic trainer. We met Olympic trainer in the company when I work. And before we sit, the trainer asks, how many times a week do you practice? And one more time, how many times per week do you practice? Drivers, how many times per week do you practice? How many times per week you doing your 45 minutes main? How many times per week? And there was the question was, we practice 2 times of months every Friday before the race. And what the now we have VRC. VRC is a super old modern of simulator, right? Everybody are so excited about the F1s and about this F1 simulator, right? The people built another room in the house to put this F1 simulator in it. They spent $10,000, $20,000 to have this, right? I send you my practice. I just buy the screen. I have OK computer and I have a simulator. We don't have anything else. We have only this for this position. And it's not then I not like to put the weights in the gym. I don't like it. I don't like the running, but I try to run every morning. I try to run 3 times a week minimum. Like I want to practice 3 or 4 times a week, like a 1 hour of VRC. And doesn't matter if somebody came 1 year not driving and they just beat me. All right, but I'm better than myself last year, all right? That's it. And everybody, if you take the place and just put a little bit attention to it, they're going to be just better. They're going to be more precise. And the worst thing, bro, you will have a better condition. You will have a better physical condition. If something goes wrong with your RC, you have a better physical condition. What's wrong with that?
You might live longer.
Why not? So you have your VRC. Everybody from us, you can have this in home, right? You need to just buy the adapters and that's it, and you have the VRC and just drive a little bit on it. Doesn't matter then, it's not the same, of course. It's not the same, of course. It's not. It's from 1998. It's the engine of this simulator. Cannot be super perfect, but we have only this. It's nothing else to do. So get your transmitter and do some laps. I recommend 112.
Yeah. I was going to ask what the correlation between modern or even retro video gaming, and like rhythm playing. I never got into 2D platformers, like Mario and stuff like that. But it's the people who are really good at those know the rhythm of each level. And it's the same with an RC track. There's a rhythm to each lap of the track. And if you fall out of that rhythm, like when you pit or you flame or you crash, you can see the racers take a lap or two to get back into the rhythm. Especially when they come out of an outlap and they crash. So, well, of course they crash because they broke their rhythm. So it's the same sort of thing where you're going through a Mario level, and this jump is coming up. Oh, okay, I have to jump over the Koopa Trooper or whatever. Here's that canyon. It's the same thing on an RC track. So it's. I was going to ask what your thoughts are, but I think I know again. Because you're talking about VRC.
It's a muscle memory.
Yes.
And it's come from also this neuron connection and biomechanic and stuff like that. It's come from that. So that's why when you are in better condition, your muscle memory are better. You can eat, of course, the magnesium, and stuff like that. And look, every BMX, every motocross driver, back of the days, they just jump and drink beer, and do the stuff. Now, come on, everyone have how to say everyone have the diet guy. Everyone they going to gym. Many of them, I think all of the top drivers, they take the steroids because you cannot handle so much the races. And this is it's a bit side of the sport, but the steroids. But this is how the level needs. If you want to increase the level, you need to work even harder than others. And it's the same what it's begin in our racing, because the racing are super close and closer and closer. And what you can do else, okay? You can practice in home 1 hour of day, 1 hour, 3 times a week, 1 hour of day. And you can use, I'm the stock driver, okay? My bigger results was third place on US series some years ago, right? And I will not say, I'm the best of the world, but last year and this year, I just feel better, and doing the practice and doing stuff I just feel better. And doesn't matter, every year I'm older, but when I go to drivers, then I'm not scared so much anymore. I just say, okay, let's race. Let's show me what you got, right? And if you do that, 3 times a week, and for example, one more time. I'm the stock driver, and if I want to be better in stock class, I need to drive something what is faster than the stock ones, right? So I built another car, exactly the same. I have 2 Schumacher cars. Trish, this is the genius, another genius of engineering. Trish, respect. You make the 2-wheel drive are amazing. So I have my stock car, and then I build the same modified car. And I know make some good results by this, but I need to work on the speed. So when you trick your brain that something is faster and you try to use to it for the speed, when you take your stock car, it seems, right, it's so slow. But if you feel it's slow, then you have more time to go more precising every corner, because your brain are start boring and say, okay, so let's go super precising. And this is why you increase the speed in stock class, to practice something faster. Another case, it's when you drive modified and you want to increase your modified precision, right? What is faster from modified off-road? And from modified off-road, I recommend 112 40 engine, this super fast 112 cars, right?
Yeah.
On road. Practice on road in 112, because the corner speed are much more faster than our off-road cars.
Yeah.
And if you want to be faster from modified, do 1 times, 3 times a week, do some 112 practice. Yeah. And when you go back to your normal modified cars and say, hey, it's slower, give me some boost, give me some timing, I need to go fast. But this is how you trick your brain a little bit. And I buy this a couple of days ago, this balancing. I think that Joseph told me then, please check, this is for our viewers, please check what the balancing do with the concentration and level up yourself, the balancing part. And this is what's happened when I balancing. I make I drive 8 minutes, 112, with both CPU, bot racing. I did 8
AI
minutes.
racers, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I make 2 laps less instead of the normal, right? That was much more difficult because you concentrate to do, but also the car, when they drive, you also wave with your head, and you need to balance your body, and this make your brain either push your brain to work harder. So when my idea is, of course, I just start, some days ago. If I want to do with this regularly, consistency every week or something, this make my brain more tired on the practice. So when I go on the race, I'll feel better, because it's not gonna. I will not gonna be tired anymore on the race, especially on the races like it's EOS and ETS. This is a marathons, but not the racing marathons, but the sitting marathons, I will say, because
a long day.
You wait 4 hours, 3 hours sometimes to your run, right? If you go 1 classes, so you have 3 hours break. And I did that with Peko last year, because in ETS, we have a VRC on our tent. Probably you see our race starts tent up there with the bags and stuff like that, okay? And I put the VRC over there, and I put some 112 car, and then I say to Peko, hey Peko, come on, warm up before your run. Half an hour warm up before your run, and you go like a 10 minutes playing, 10 minutes juggling, right? And 10 minutes playing and 10 minutes juggling. And you mix this. And for example, you need some more precising feeling. So you end it up by driving, then you finish, you go to control, you go to driver's stand, and you do your run, right? If you need a more general focus, I will say, you ended up these exercises with juggling, so we started with the driving, then you juggling, and you mixing. And this is how this is push you to be a more focused on things what you do, because there is a many cell phones, and I will stay on the screen, and this is really bad, but I think that everyone a bit addictive from the from the phones. It's so, but if you know that, so then you will, I will leave my phone like a half an hour before the race. I leave my phone up there, I do the exercises. I say every sports person do the warm-up before they want to do. So the plan for ETS and EOS, it's like this: how you spend your 3 hours. Let's say you finish your run, and then you will take your 40 minutes or half an hour, whatever, right? But less than an hour to fix your car a little bit, change adjust your car a little bit after running because there was something, and you did that. Then you have again like a 1 or 2 hours still in the pocket, let's say. Go out from this place, not sit there, because everybody are breathing there, so the air start to be heavy, especially in the evening, right? So go out, go to hotel. There is a beautiful sports hotel. You can go to swimming pool, you can go just walk and get some fresh air. Come back 1 hour before, right? Or 40 minutes before. Check your car again and everything. Probably you have some other ideas for setup or something when you walk and stuff like this. And do the warm-up, what I said just before, right? And you have 40 minutes, half an hour. And this is what we do with Pecco. Pecco make the track record. And even they beat Orlowski by track record on ETS. This is, maybe it was accident, but on the end was Pecco name, not Michael. Michael wins, Pecco did the A main, and so on. And I also push Pecco to work on himself, because they have the world champion skills. They have this, and I know this. Probably he even don't know, but he make one qualification, he finished 9 in Radovan, he feel so confident with the car and everything, but the qualification peaks was so different, like 45, 9, 77 or something, there was less steady instead of Jessica Parson. Jessica Parson's skills, it's like this, you can predict it every lap because she's like robot. And if Jessica so inspired me by his working, and when she go to Radovan 2 years ago, and this year we talk, go to the sauna, because you're the Swedish person, it's coldy there, and you go to super warmy country, wherever how much you prepare, the warm by just the work can kill your focus. So to prepare yourself to high temperature, what you can do in Sweden, you can go to sauna, right? 2 or 3 times a week, and you can try to use it to high temperatures, right? And Jessica, when she really push, she wake up 4:30. Come on, she wake up 4:30. She go running, and 6:30 she go to work, right? Because she's a half professional driver, and this is the most difficult part of the career, because you need to work like everybody and you need to race like everybody, like a top driver. So you have twice as work to do. Instead of today David, he's in Hude Arena, they practice. Jessica needs to go to work, right? I not compare this to drivers so much, but there is many rumors. I would take this on the side. We talk about the about the workout, and this what the Jessica sent me. they make the skills how to juggling. They meditate. They do some boxing stuff. The boxing, and especially defense with boxing, they increase so much your reflex, because it's different when you catch the ball in the reflex, and it's different when you need to defend your face. Then the reflexes come from instinct when you need to defend your face, instead of the catching a ball or doing a badminton or ping pong. But all this activity, like a Michael, they do tennis. I think there is also coordination with the with the precising and stuff like that. So this is the way what our racing are going on, and if we like it or not, and if somebody say, hey, the rough track was cool because you need to think about the option lines, lines and so on. Yeah, right. But there was some back days. Now it's time to make the track more flat, to make a track more predictable, more raceable, more open, like a 425 meters, more open, and work on your precision. And I give you just the key. You can do it in home. You don't need a special something, Go and sweat yourself outside. Go back, do something on VRC. We don't have nothing else. And, there is a no 110 on carpet. So, and, you're searching excuses or you're searching way out, right? It's amazing. If you're always searching way out, you will always find out, okay, so I will practice 112 with the high grip. So I will play in the corner speed this similar grip of what I have in 110 cars. It's just similar. But when I take my car, they feel slower. I have more time to think, or more time to predict the corner and the race line. So so many things I told you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. But
I was going to say that we used to see, when Nico Rosberg used to race F1, we used to see him on a unicycle juggling before the races, and so it's a very similar sort of thing. And obviously, I think he was the first one that brought in sort of a sports psychologist. He'd be listening to a meditative thing on the grid, and he would never tell anybody what he actually listened to. It's
exactly. On the pro teams like X-Ray has, or Associate has, Schumacher has, and many others. I don't know what it's inside, of course. I don't know what it's inside. But the part of the team, I should be a sport psychology person.
Yeah.
I have contact one of them. I talk with them with many aspects, and on the high level, on the super high level, top 10 Euros or top 10 worlds, what is winning? Head. You're winning here. Ask Bruno. He say, the 80% it's your head. The rest it's setup and stuff like that, Yeah. And I'm so, this is exactly the same, right? So in every sport, if you have, I have experience, of course, with the canoes. So I talk with these athletes, right? And what the talents do there? Talent do nothing up there. Talent give you the first step when you go to training. Then this guy have talent, you should be practice that. But people with talent, they boring really fast. And on the end, on the race line, on the top 10 or top 8 in canoes, there is 8 guys or 10. All of them have talent, and who's gonna win? This guy who's put the most work on it, right? This guy who's the most desperate, the guy who's
talent only gets you so far. Yeah,
exactly. And this guy, of course, there is some luck accidents, and stuff like that. But we in this conversation we take this on the side, right?
Yeah.
So this winning, the most work are winning, and especially in our cases, in the athlete sport, you can actually there is 2 different stresses. There is like it's a race stresses, and it's a start stress. Start stress, it's before you start, you can be shaken, and you need to transform this to Okay, let's go, guys. Let's go. Show me what you got, right? This is what we're searching for. And this is the psychology sport job, to work with the guy, and also during a race, it's also the, following stress, right? I need to go here. I cannot open the door because somebody gonna go in, right? And this is the start stress and the racing stress. And this is the part for the psycholog. And they need to be, I will recommend to try to hire the psychology person for the team and work with them and see what's gonna happen. Give him half a year or something, then he can, he can know the drivers from, let's say, Bruno or whatever, I say Bruno, but it's not means that Bruno need the psychology, but and also it's not means that I'm so bad then I need the psychology. Every driver needs somebody like this, because that's why his job, it's a psychology sport, right? This is his job, the same like his job. Leave the job for the track makers. If they want to care about your holes to make your surface more flat, let them do. That was cool on Hungaroring when the referees say, hey, not clean the track only for the top drivers, but just clean after all the cycle I go, right? So that was okay. But to not fixing the holes, it's a bit weird for me on that modern racing right now, on that part. We should have a super nice clean track like a Longsvik have. On the whole track there was maybe one hole, and this is okay, all right? And this is okay. The hole is somewhere there, so you need to go a little bit like this. You can make a part of the track with the not regular bumps, with the clay, with the oil, for example, right? You can put some small bumps, not regular, and you have not predictable part. You can make this slippery part, and the drivers need to be more careful with the trotter up there. And this is how we should be go. And the Sweden and the track opinion about the tracks in Sweden. I don't know where we go with 110 racing on carpet, but to choose this to hit the arena and not make this on carpet again, it's like you get the step back. We was so we was so forward putting the Euros on carpet, because hey, how many drivers use the 110 cars on clay in Europe? How many?
Yeah,
100?
not many. Yeah,
100, and there is like a super low club racers and just people who's buy a car want to drive. No, let's say nobody. Everybody who's want to race, they go and practice on carpet. And the another race on the arena should be on this carpet track. They should be changed some jumps, okay, because they have a super old jumps and like not from early 2000 or something, but they should be changed for sure. The landing should be longer. That's what I see up there. It's a bit too difficult, but the Hyundai Arena was like this always. But they should be go back to carpet, and we should be go back for the next 3 years to do the races on carpet. Give the chance to builders, to designers, to make the European champion carpet racing super great, super more predictable, and take the knowledge from Sweden, what was wrong there, what the driver don't like, and make the again better track basically on these mistakes up there, right? Because I was so happy, right? The first time in history we have this, because we racing for so many years on carpet. The EOS show up the level. Look how many entries it's on EOS, right? And how many drivers want to go on to Sweden. But then the track was not good enough for drivers. The drivers was not happy with the track. The battery doesn't work well up there, and many other aspects, right? But give another chance. Not move this to clay. Moving this to Astro for 2026, I think it's also a mistake. But okay, all right. The Astro, I think they take the knowledge from Holland. Netherlands, right? There was in Netherlands 3 years ago or 2 years ago. There was also some big rumors about that the driver was not happy because the track was for 1/8, right? So, and going again to Astro, it's okay. But if we are take the step into the carpet, we should be going this way. We should be keep this carpet part because this is really good future and everybody enjoying that. You just need to make the cool jumps. You need to make the cool section. Florida racing, they show up the level of the carpet racing, right? Because I cannot build so much so that big jumps like in Florida in US, because we take the hour jumps from Poland and we drive with the jumps to down, right? This is bit too difficult, and we have to we have too small car. But this year we have some idea for fresh jumps, fresh sections. I believe there will be fresh carpet on the race, and I think we're gonna kick ass again this year. And the drivers, you can be sure, the track will be cool, because even when I speak with Tony, hi Tony, how you doing? And even when I speak with Tony or Uwe, they say, Pawel, make the track for drivers from C or D main and low. All right, the drivers from up this, he can handle almost every track, but make the track friendly for those guys, because they pay the bills, they want to come, they want to enjoy the race. And even the driver from the lowest main, he can go couple of consistent laps, and this, when he go from driver's stand, they feel well, because they say, hey, I make so nice consistent laps, and that was his, final, that was his time. So we make the track for them. And I think, basically we have a good opinion, and I want to, do my best. We stay on the side of the track every run. And if it's something broken, we have like I think the fastest fixing was close to 1 minute, So the Scotties say, hey, there is some broken part. So we just prepare everything what we need. And the 3 guys run then between the runs. We fix them. Okay, let's go, let's run. Because the track needs to be for 12 drivers this year, I think. 12 or I think the 12 driver. There will be nothing changed compared to last year. So this is what you can expect from EOS, and I'm super excited to go and design, this track. Last things, what I want to say, it's I need to finish. I think I need to finish about. Every countries have different style of tracks, and I stop in Germans. And sorry, Germans, it's not that you have so amazing tracks, and I see many amazing tracks. Even I write comments up there. But the old style, you should be fixed at the old style. And then you have a Spanish style tracks. When it's Miguel Law, they give him his, fresh ideas, and this is what we see in Bukiland, this is what we see in Barcelos, this is in Portuguese, and Italy, they are a bit mixed between the Germans and Spanish, but the Italy, they have the track with the high speed parts, and that's why are also really good drivers, and this is how I measure that. And this is of course the US style tracks. When the Joey, it's the main guys. There is also the factory tracks. I don't remember the guy, but it's like a younger guy from motocross who's built the tracks. They make many difficult stuff, but he can make also beautiful tracks. But also they jump so high cars. And there it's the bigger designer who's, I don't know, so many people know this guy, but the guy who should be make the words in Brazil, DB Design, I think. There's a DB Design, I will say like that. There is a guy from there, and this is like a master of masters. This is, I don't know, so many people know him, but I recommend him, the DB Design, I think, DB Tracks. But when I see his track, there was, oh, come on. There was amazing racing track. There was no show tracks, jump high and stuff like that. Racing track, super wide, like over 5 meters wide track with the stairs, with the super nice and flowy jumps and big ones. In Brazil, I think that it's like for me, or maybe for many others, it's like a not discovered part of the racing. And the Brazil and all that America, they have this builder, and there is so many beautiful places what this guy did, and they have this, and Miguelo and this guy, and hope me also, we just think of the same way, we understand the physics of our cars, and the main part, our cars want to jump forward. The ascension of the forward jump was the jump in the Ongaro ring next to a driver's stand. You go full throttle, you jump that high in the 60 per hour and you're landing. And I stay there with the Jason Rona and I say, look, this is the ascension of our racing. And he say, yeah, that's right. That's the ascension. So this way we should go. I think that's the end, right?
Awesome. Very cool.
So this is what I have in my head. This is what I hope I can inspire somebody, who's going to listen to this podcast.
Yeah, it's very cool. Track
absolutely.
design is such a integral part of having a good racing weekend. And yeah, we've seen that in this week and this year,
I will make some. Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, great. Thank you.
And
yes.
But yeah, thanks very much for massive amount of insights for me. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Been great to have you, Pawel. And we'll see you at ETS round 1 and then well, not round 1, but the first event of 25 in Dawn. That would be amazing. And thanks for giving us your time.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to join you guys, and hope we have a cool comments on the podcast. We have a cool discussion, and remember, guys, on the end, it's my opinion, not for everybody. It's my opinion, like a politics side. It's my opinion, my way of thinking. If you can share your opinion in the comments, I think we have a cool conversation. That's the point. So I will take some knowledge from you guys. Thank you very much. Wish you a good day.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
See you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Bye,
Thanks for watching and listening. Bye.
Check out EFRA.ws for more info about RC motorsport in Europe.